The Beaches podcast is going to give you everything you want to know about a beach before you go there. I hope you enjoy the show. Be sure to check out our website, www.sandee.com. Without further ado, let's get into the show.
Okay, close your eyes for a sec. Imagine crystal clear water. You're surrounded by a kaleidoscope of coral, like those amazing parrotfish weaving around you.
Oh, I can practically feel the warm water.
Right. And then you come up for air, and boom, pristine beach, white sand, like almost glowing. It's so white and completely deserted.
That's pretty tempting.
Yeah, and that's just a taste of what awaits in the Solomon Islands. But get this, there's way more to these islands than just stunning beaches. We're going deep today, way beyond the postcards, to uncover the history, the culture, the real deal. Because the Solomon Islands, it's not just a beach trip, it's an experience.
Definitely not your average island getaway, that's for sure.
Yeah. You've obviously got the travel bug for these islands, and trust me, you've got good reason for that. But here's the thing. Forget that whole finding your one perfect island idea. We're talking about an archipelago here.
Yeah, and a pretty massive one at that.
Hundreds upon hundreds of islands, volcanoes, hidden waterfalls, and of course those ridiculous beaches we were picturing before.
It really is incredible how much variety is packed into this one little corner of the Pacific.
So how exactly did this incredible diversity come to be?
Well, you can thank volcanoes for that. Seriously. Yeah. The Solomon Islands are a direct result of intense volcanic activity scattering those islands across the ocean.
Volcanoes, the original landscape architects.
Exactly. And that's why each island, or even clusters of islands, offer something totally different, something you'll definitely want to think about when you're planning your trip.
Makes sense. Now let's talk beaches, because let's be honest, that's a big part of the appeal, right? And the sources are raving about reefs absolutely teeming with life. We're talking world-renowned snorkeling and diving. So spill the beans. What makes these waters so special?
Okay, get ready for some serious underwater wonders. The Solomon Islands are smack dab in the middle of what we call the Coral Triangle. And that, my friend, is an area with the absolute highest marine biodiversity on the planet.
Okay, wow, that's saying something.
Oh yeah, imagine you're diving, and suddenly you're surrounded by hundreds of species of fish, everything from those vibrant parrotfish we mentioned, to reef sharks, to those majestic manta rays, all in a single dive. It's mind-blowing.
Sign me up. Though I have to admit, thinking about sharks does make me a little nervous.
Understandable. But honestly, they're more afraid of you than you are them. Plus, the real beauty here is that, sadly, coral reefs all over the world are facing threats, but the Solomon Islands, their remoteness, it's actually helped to protect these vibrant ecosystems.
It's like stepping back in time to a more pristine era for our oceans.
Exactly. A true underwater paradise.
It's not all sunshine and underwater wonderlands, though. Scattered among these idyllic islands, there's this feeling of history. You're trekking through a jungle thick with foliage, and suddenly you stumble upon a rusted-out tank, a stark reminder of the past.
Yeah, World War II left its mark on the Solomon Islands.
So these weren't just some far-off islands during the war.
Not at all. The Solomon Islands were absolutely crucial during World War II. Some of the most decisive battles happened here, battles that actually shaped how the entire war played out.
Wow, I had no idea.
It's incredible, really, because that history isn't just buried in a textbook somewhere. It's alive and well in the Solomon Islands. It's tangible.
So you're saying you can actually interact with that history?
Absolutely. You can dive down to explore a sunken warship or walk in the footsteps of soldiers on these historic trails.
It's history brought to life.
Exactly.
Beaches, history, shipwrecks. We've covered a lot. But you know what really makes a trip unforgettable?
Let me guess. The food.
Well, the food's probably amazing, but I was thinking more along the lines of connecting with local cultures.
Oh, absolutely.
And the Solomon Islands, they have this tapestry of indigenous cultures, each one with its own unique stories and traditions.
It's one of the things that makes this place so special.
So how can we, as travelers, experience this authentic side of the islands, but do it respectfully?
It all comes down to respect and making sure that your visit actually benefits the local communities.
So how do we actually do that?
Well, for starters, ditch those big chain resorts and opt for locally owned guest houses. And when you're looking for souvenirs, buy directly from the incredible artisans. Things like that, they might seem small, but they can make a world of difference. It's about more than just visiting. It's about giving back to the places you go and the people you meet.
It's about responsible travel.
Exactly.
So we've learned that the Solomon Islands are way more than just a pretty backdrop for vacation photos.
They really are so much more than meets the eye.
We're talking about a chance to engage with history, immerse yourself in these incredibly diverse cultures, and to explore some of the most pristine, untouched corners of our planet.
It's a pretty remarkable place.
It really is. But with so much to see and do, with so much variety, it begs the question, what kind of adventure will you choose in the Solomon Islands?
Thanks for listening to the show, and be sure to tune in next week for your favorite episode about some of the best beaches and beach information in the world.